Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Learners Podcast. In today's session, I am going to give you a recommendation for effectively utilizing the Ramzan time. As all of us know that being a Muslim, this Ramzan time is very important one for all of us. In this, during the Ramzan, every Muslim, they spend their time, they rather spare their time for the religious activities, and in which we ask for the Allah's blessings and for the Allah's forgiveness. Okay. So as you know, all of us are passing through a very difficult time because of the COVID-19 situation. Not only our country, plus also all around the world is suffering from it. And it's been more than a year that we are still in the same phase. And we don't know that how long it's going to be stay with us. But our prayers are there that may God end this situation. What I want is that as a nation, as a collectively, if we do some goodness, some good deed during this Ramadan, so that to make our Allah happy, and to ask for His forgiveness and to get rid of for getting rid of this problems. Because of this COVID situation, all of our lives, everyone's life is compromised. Either if it is learning or it is earning or whatever it is, we are compromised. We cannot do our businesses. Businessman cannot run his business properly. A employee cannot perform his jobs properly. A student cannot learn even. Okay, so there are many problems, and above all, the economic crisis is building up day by day. And this is particularly important for our families which are living outside the Pakistan, and they are really getting the things you can say difficult day by day for them. Survival is becoming difficult, and I know the families, I know the friends who have left. They have to come back to Pakistan, or some of them have sent their children back to Pakistan because of the affordability issues. Okay, people are getting they are losing their jobs. So this is the time for us, for all of us, to do something collectively, and that is some good thing. So I would like to recommend you. I have the recommendation for all of you here. I recommend that let's learn the Arabic language together during this Ramadan. To just spare some time together to learn the Arabic language. Got my point? And as you know, though, that the Arabic language there are many reasons. There are many, you can say, there are many reasons that we need to learn the language as a Muslim, as a Pakistani. Okay, it has this Arabic language. This learning of the Arabic language is already a part of our training session in my students' employability trainings that I conduct, and it's been for the last couple of years. And I have been sharing the resources with my students, and my students many of my students have learned the languages, and they have applied the jobs in UAE and all these countries, and they have got the benefit out of it. So there are two aspects of, if you see from the benefit point of view. So one is the religious aspect, and one is the aspect that is related to this word. You say it's for this life and for the life hereafter. So for us, you can say, if you see it from the religious point of view, from the Islamic point of view, there are many reasons. For the first and the main primary reason is that this is the language. Arabic is the language that our God, the Allah, has talked to us. He has sent the Holy Quran. He has talked to the human beings through the Arabic language. Okay, the language of the Quran is the Arabic language. Second thing is the Arabic language is the language of our Holy Prophet, peace be upon him, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And third thing is this language is being spoken by the people of the Medina, and the Medina being the Muslim, that we have got the religious affiliation there. And third one is that this is the language that is going to be the language of the people in the Jannah. So this is the language for for the people who will be in the Jannah. So there are the many religious, you can say, reasons for learning this language. And for us, for the Pakistani, I think that the understanding Quran, there is no, you can say, argument on it. That most of the scholars, every scholar is rather agree on this, that without knowing the Arabic language, one cannot understand the Quran properly in its true sense. Okay, so it is highly recommended to us, to all the Muslims, that we should learn the Arabic language. So that is the religious blessing. So for us to come to learn this language on the basis of the religious reasons, so they are ample one for us to spare our time during this Ramadan. And in every Ramadan, I myself, although I have learned this language back in 2014, but every Ramadan I just review it. I just review the resources that from where I've learned it. I just recall those things. I just find some new resources, new things. I also share it with my students, so that this learning can be, you can say, be improved with the time. Second thing, from this world's point of view, from my students' point of view, from the employability point of view, career point of view, there are the blessings, there are the reasons for learning the language. Because the language, this Arabic language is being learned, is the national language of the many Arabic countries in all this Arabic peninsula, and many of the countries in the, you can say, in the African continent. Their national language is the Arabic language, and most of the Pakistanis and most of the people living in the subcontinent, living in India, in Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka, in Afghanistan, most of them go and work in these Arabian countries. Okay, and for the one to get the job, the high chances of getting the jobs in the Arabian countries is your ability to know about the reading, writing, and understanding and speaking the Arabic language. So the one who can speak, who can read, who can understand the Arabic language has a much higher chances of getting the job than from that of the, for those who doesn't know this language. So this is the blessing. This is the second aspect. But for what I think is, even you are learning the Arabic for getting the job, for the employability, there is no harm in it. This is very much a good deed. If you are learning, getting the qualification, why you are getting the qualification? Just so that you can get your better earning, better life, so that you can support your old parents, you can support your families, you can help you can say, your nation as well. But these are the good deeds. And all the good deeds have the religious aspect as well. Okay, so if your niyat is, your reasons of learning the language is the good one, so there is a swab in it. There is a blessing in it. So there is a blessing one way or the other, but I believe. And the second thing is, this is the right time, good time for us. Allah Ta'ala has provided us this Ramadan, and we don't know that. The life expectancies has become zero, because of this COVID. So it is a time, take it as a chance for us, for every one of us, that if you can, as a collectively, my point of view is, if we can collectively, as a community, as a nation, we can follow some good deed, so that for the Allah's happiness, and we can ask for the Allah's forgiveness. Okay, so if we learn the Arabic, definitely there are the blessings in it. Okay, if we spend some time, some 15 minutes or half an hour daily, to learning these resources that I am going to share with you today in this session, so I think that would be a very good one. So with this, I am taking you to my screen. Okay, first I would like to say, this is the blog of my Learners Podcast Islamabad. Its URL will be shared with you in the description of the video. Okay, here you will find the many links, but I am specifically addressing this one, the employability and the career guidance. Okay, this one which is the linking. This is a link of my another blog, another website which is related to the student development activities. If you just click it, you will enter into this site. It is the employability and the career guidance.wordpressisb.com. This is my domain in which I have uploaded it. There you will find the many things in it. That is the one way of entering into this blog. Second one is this URL, employability and the career guidance.wordpress.isb.com, would be available to you in the description of the video. You can directly come to this blog. Okay. Here you will find the many links. Okay, in your spare time you can review it. But here specifically right now I am addressing this one, the three languages. Okay, three languages. Here I have put the resources related to the Chinese language, English language, and the Arabic language. And we have been doing it for the last number of years. Our students are learning through these resources. Okay, so just click this Learn Arabic. It will open up the new window for you. Okay, there you will find the many useful resources for learning Arabic. I would like to share with you right now what are these. I cannot open, I will not open it for you. I'm just recommending you because of the copyright issues. I mean to say reasons that I'm not going to open it for you here. But I will just show you what are these. I will discuss with you. You can do it yourself. Okay. Okay, first one is training material from the brother Amir Suhail. He is a Islamic scholar and also he is my teacher. He is the one from whom I have learned the Arabic language. Okay, this is Arabic grammar, Quranic Arabic grammar. I remember back in 2014 when I was developed the interest of learning Arabic, and I bought few books from the market and I've gone through some online resources as well. But I felt it was after some time, after 2 or 3 sessions, I felt myself stuck in somewhere. I was not able to learn. Okay, I was confused. I couldn't find the answers of few questions that come to my mind regarding those things. So then I've discussed with my few friends and the relatives in the UAE who are living in those Arabian-speaking countries. So one thing they have told me is that this is the grammar that is the problem for the most of the for the Pakistanis to learn the Arabic, because our grammar is different from that of the Arabic language, Arabic grammar in many ways, and also we are familiar with the English grammar. So these two grammars are competing with that of the Arabic grammar when we learn. So we try to find, as you know, when we learn the English language, we try to develop the link. When we learn the tenses, you know, if you remember, we learn the links between the Urdu and the English, and by that we learn these tenses. So it is difficult to find such links in the Arabic language. But anyhow, with the efforts of these people and the Asatidha, the teachers of the Amir Suhail, he has mentioned in his videos about them. They have did the hard work in Pakistan, our ancestors, and they find the ways to make it very. I mean, they develop those learning systems to make this difficult component of the Arabic language, the Arabic grammar, a very I mean to say easy one and the interesting one and very modular one. Okay, this is a systematic approach of they have designed for learning the Arabic. So this one is the first one for the Arabic language. So for anyone, whatever be the reason, it is your religious reason or your this life reason, for the employability reason, grammar is the one that you have to understand if you want to have the grip on this language. Okay, so for the grammar we have the good resources, although they are the Quranic Arabic. You will get the benefit of they are the same. I mean, the grammar is same for the Arabic language. So you will get the two benefits. You know, you will not only learn the grammar, you will also learn the Quranic Arabic as well. Second resource, important resource for learning the grammar for the beginner is the Medina Arabic. This is a general Arabic. That is not the grammar part. They haven't discussed much about the grammar. They are more related to the usage part of the grammar of the Arabic. Okay, they have used the phrases. They have used you can say the words, the vocabulary. And if you say, if this is basically a website, a e-learning website, but this is so effective, so good that I always give it 5 stars. And I'm sure when you will learn it, you will also give it the 5 star. Okay. One of you can say the feature of this website is if someone wants to learn the language in a speedy way, he can use this. Okay, I can just open this blog for you. If you just click it here, this is the blog for you. Okay, it will take you into this blog. These are the lessons, all the lessons. Okay, this tick shows that these are the available lessons for you, and there are around, you can say, total of 110 lectures. These are total of 110 lectures, lessons, and out of 10, 93 are free of cost available to you. This ample of the Arabic is available free of cost to you. And these lessons are not the lessons only. They are rather, you can say chapters. Okay, in which there is a section. If you select this one, you will find another 10 parts in it, okay? And very easily you can find the many things. You just click it, you will get the sound, you will get the meaning, you will get the explanation. Excellent. This is an excellent resource available for the people who want to learn the Arabic language. There are also the video section. You can get the many training videos in it. So there are many ways. They can also offer you to the one-to-one if you want the one-to-one teacher there. They are also available for you. So there are many things, resources for the one who wants to learn the Arabic. Okay. Second one is the recently I came across but the last year I came across these resources, another useful resources. One is from these are the compiled by the brother Asif Hamid. He has not only put his compiled in his YouTube channel his own resources, teaching resources, but also from the Mulana Lutfur Rahman Khan. I would recommend to my students. I mean, they are the excellent one. I liked his teaching style and very much. Okay, he's very much like you can say for the university students. I'm sure any university student, when he will follow his lecture, he will definitely like his teaching style. So that is another resource for the Quranic Arabic language. This is another resource of Brother Asif Hamid, resources, teaching material. So there are many things, three different kind of the resources available for you to learn the grammar. There is another one is given by the Arabic Khatawat. That is also a grammar part of the Arabic, but that is the basic one for the beginners of the Arabic one. Okay. So you can just open it. This will take you to the YouTube studio and you will start learning it. I have also shared with you the Arabic podcast Pod 101 for you. They have also got the enough material for you for the one who wants to learn the day-to-day Arabic language. There is another one, the Ustad Numan Ali Khan. I have shared here the module 1 of his for the beginners only. Got my point? Only for the beginners. But there are the 4 modules. But if you complete this one, this is a 10 days training. If you complete this one, this is very much interactive kind of a training. If you complete this module, then you can move into the second module, and the third module. For the brother Amir Suhail, I would recommend in place of going to these individual lectures, you may go to his playlist as well. There you'll find all these lectures available. I have provided these lectures separately. Just it is difficult sometimes because they have the hundreds of the videos there, so it is difficult sometimes to find the lectures. So I have in order, I've placed these lecture in order. And plus also one thing is, when I have learned the Arabic from the Amir Suhail Sahab, and that was from his previous training module. These are his latest training sessions, and they are the improved one also. They are about 30 and 40 lectures which are available. That one can very easily we can complete it in the month of the Ramadan. So with this, I hope these are the enough information for you to learn the Arabic. The reason I have explained to you the blessings of the Allah's forgiveness, and also the learning. Okay, when the learning is also have got, learning is also have got the Allah's blessing. So one who learns, there is a blessing there, Allah's support with him always there. And as we are learning for the good cause, so please share these resources, by this effort with your friends, with your colleagues, with your students, and with your children, and with your relatives, so that everyone can get the benefit from it. I am also keep on compiling. It is not the end. I keep on, when I will get the time, I'll just keep on compiling the resources. Particularly, my request would be to the overseas Pakistani families, their children, that please refer to this. Okay, they spared some time to learn these resources, and these people who have made these videos, they are very important people. They did the hard work for compiling, for training, for providing training. So this is the internet, these are the YouTube, this is a blessing of YouTube and the internet, that we are able to access this material. We are able to learn. So no one can say that learning support is not there for any one of us. So there is no excuse for us. Okay. So I would recommend that in this Ramadan, all of us, please join hands with me. So I am also learning. I am also going to review these lessons. So please, with me, also join, and also give me your feedback in the comment section of my video. And if you find any other useful resource, anything that is useful for learning the Arabic, or for our youth, Okay, I have compiled enough things, many things in this website, so you can also check it. So you can recommend me those as well for my students. Okay. So with this, thank you very much. I hope this has given you ample of the information. So please appreciate my efforts by subscribing, sharing, and liking the Learners podcast. Okay, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.